Rijul Gupta is founder of the California company Deep Media. The company is developing technologies to detect content created by generative artificial intelligence. He says these two images illustrate the challenges of knowing what is real. This image of Donald Trump is a hyper-realistic fake, whereas this image of Joe Biden is authentic, as he briefly wore a Trump 2024 hat at the Pennsylvania fire station.
We think that this is just the beginning, right? That as generative AI continues to get more accessible to everyday users and go beyond just within the realm of state-sponsored activity, we're going to see a massive influx of generative AI misinformation.
As part of efforts to try to get ahead of that misinformation, California has enacted a series of laws, including one requiring social media platforms to screen election-related videos using machine-generated content and either remove them or label them manipulated content. State Assembly member Mark Berman sponsored that law and says he understands concerns about how it might impact free speech rights guaranteed in the U.S. Constitution.
The First Amendment gives you the right to say what you want to. It does not give you the right to put your words in my mouth. And that is what this technology does. And so it's very different than how we think of First Amendment or how we've thought of the First Amendment for centuries.
The law exempts content that is satire or parody. That is not enough for free speech activist David Snyder.
The platforms have their own First Amendment right to make editorial decisions about what is going to be published, what's not going to be published, who to not allow onto the platform and who to allow on the platform as a business.
Eugene Voloch is a First Amendment expert at Stanford University's Hoover Institution. He agrees that deepfakes may deceive voters, but questions the law requiring social media platforms to police themselves.
It places the burden on the platforms, and that might well be seen as unduly restricting speech because platforms, if faced with the risk of being punished for somebody else's speech, might in closed cases say, well, we're not sure it's a deepfake. Maybe it's true, but we just don't want to risk it, and we'll take it down.
The new laws take effect next year. Voloch says they may be stuck in courts because federal statutes shield online platforms from responsibility for content generated by their users. Jenya Dulo, VOA News, San Francisco.